Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing y'all my tarot decks. I don't have a huge collection yet. I am planning on buying more decks. I'm planning on my tarot collection to be pretty big. So yeah, I have 8 decks in total right now. This is just the beginning for me, but I am definitely ready to purchase more. So stay tuned for that because I'm definitely going to be doing more tarot card reviews and walkthroughs and all of that. So watch out for that. I'm going to go through, like I said, the tarot decks that I have right now. Like I said, it's not a lot, but I just wanted to show y'all what I do have. And the first thing that I'm going to show y'all is my Waite Smith, the Centennial edition. This is what you would call the clone deck from the original Waite deck, because I was not too fond of the original Waite Smith deck. It was too bright, too colorful, too yellow. Like the yellow was too bright. I just didn't like it. A lot of people have issues with the imagery, with the art. I love the imagery. I love the art. It's the color. It's just too bright, and I just don't like it. I don't like the yellow in the in the original Waite Smith deck. And this deck, in the Centennial edition, the colors are muted. And that's what I really love and really enjoy about this deck. I love working with this deck. I worked with this deck so much. This is my favorite, one of my favorite decks. I love the Waite. This was the first deck that I used to learn how to read, learn how to read tarot, and I just love the symbolism. I love the simplicity. Sorry, the simplicity of the Waite Smith deck. All right. So that was the Waite Smith Centennial Edition deck. Next, I'm going to show you my Dreamingway Tarot deck. This is my Dreamingway Tarot deck. This deck is my baby. This deck is my #1 favorite. I've used this deck more than I've used any other deck, back to back. This deck straight up tells you how it is. It tells you exactly how it is. It's very sassy, very smart ass, and I love it. It's 100% real with you. I love the imagery. I love the art of this deck. I love the backs. It's very simple, but it's very artistic. Like I said, with the imagery of this deck, I fell in love. I fell in love with this imagery. This imagery, to me, this art is very unique, and I love unique art. I love art that is powerful in itself, powerful in the particular image. And the Dreamingway Tarot does that for me. The energy of this deck, through the images, through the art, is so powerful. So amazing. I am so in tune with this deck. I have gotten 100% accuracy on the readings that I've done for myself, and I'm not over exaggerating. 100% accuracy. That's how good this deck works for me. When I'm doing readings for others, this is the deck that I go to, because it's so accurate. It's, like I said, it tells you how it is. That's the kind of deck that I want. That's the kind of deck that I need. Then we got Miss Cleo's Tarot Power Deck. Okay. Here's Miss Cleo's Tarot Power Deck. This deck was only $3 or $4. The card stock is, not all that good. And I don't use this deck. I barely use it. You see clearly that it looks brand new. It looks like it's never been used. I barely use it because I can't connect with it. But I do love the imagery. It is very cartoony. And I think that's probably why I can't connect with it. But because I connect with Egyptian mythology, Egyptian anything, I love it. I love Egyptian. So I thought that I would connect with this. I thought that me and this deck was going to have a pretty good relationship. But it just does not work for me. But I'm going to keep it in my collection. Even ones that I don't use, I am going to keep in my collection, because you never know. Some things may change, some energy may switch, may shift, and this deck could out of nowhere start working for me at that time. Sorry, I can't talk. This may not be the season for me to work with this deck. So there's that. Like I said, this is Miss Cleo's Tarot Power Deck. Okay. Like I said, the imagery as far as the Egyptian style is awesome. But I just can't connect with it, and it's cartoony. I don't know how I feel about that. So we got the Angel Tarot. The Angel Tarot. I absolutely love this tarot. I love the Angel Tarot. I love everything about it. Sorry about the glare. This is a very powerful tarot deck. Yes, it's a Doreen Virtue deck. Yes, it's only light and positive card readings. But that shouldn't matter. What should matter is the connection that you have with the deck. Some people don't like cards like this that are only of light and positivity, and that's fine. But at the time that I got this deck, I wanted to take a chance. And when I started using this deck, I was like, this is for me. This is definitely for me. The art, the imagery, I love the backing of it. I love the cardstock, everything about this deck is amazing to me. And then we got Archangel Michael's Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue. Archangel Michael. Sorry about the glare. I don't use this deck a lot, but when I do, it works with me well. Very well. I'm very connected to Archangel Michael. I'm very connected to the archangels in general. So once I seen that the Angel Tarot touched me the way it did, I decided to get the Archangel Michael Oracle cards. And at first, I didn't think I would connect with this deck because of the imagery. In the beginning, I wasn't really fond of it. I wasn't really fond of the art style. Sorry, I cannot talk today. But as I started using it, as I started connecting with it, I started realizing that I love this deck. I absolutely love and adore this Oracle deck. Okay. So again, that's the Archangel Michael Oracle deck. Sorry about the glare. And then we have, everybody knows what this deck is. Everybody knows what this deck is. The Wild Unknown Tarot. This is probably one of the most popular tarot decks out there right now. And I'm blessed that I got my hands on it because I love this deck. I absolutely love this deck. It took me some time to connect with it because it's not what I'm used to. I'm not used to having animals like this in my decks. I'm used to seeing people, facial expressions. I'm used to seeing things like that. Okay? But this deck, the Wild Unknown Tarot, is full of symbolism. It's full of energetic, powerful symbolism. And I love it. It's still taking me some time to get to know the deck. It's still taking me some time to connect with the deck. But we get along. I do realize that I have to spend more time with this deck to get the kind of connection that I truly want. But I love it. Highly recommend this deck. I would not recommend this deck if you're just getting started with tarot. This deck would not be for you. But once you start learning and getting the hang of tarot, maybe buying other decks, this will do you justice. I love it. And if you're really big on symbolism, this deck is for you. This is one of my favorite decks. Probably next to the Dreamingway Tarot. The Dreamingway Tarot will always be number one for me, though. And then we have Oracle of Shadow and Light. Of Shadows and Light. Now this I bought around Halloween. I had my eye on this deck for so long, and I was finally able to get it. This deck is very dark, eerie, creepy for some. Not for me, but for some. Beautiful. I'm so sorry about the glare, y'all. This deck exudes beauty in the night. Snow Angel. Look at that. The art style, the beautiful imagery, the darkness of it all is what caught my eye. The eerie feeling when you hold this deck is what connected me to this deck. This deck can be used for shadow work. Definitely shadow work. This is really good. Halloween. I don't use this a lot. I probably only used it 3 or 4 times because I only use this for shadow work. I don't really use this for anything else other than shadow work. So I don't pick out this deck a lot at all. But that's perfectly fine. I love that this is in my collection. I love that I have such a shadowy deck in my collection. A beautiful one at that. It's dark but cute. Eerie but beautiful at the same time. There's Kali. And that's the Oracle of Shadows and Light. Here's the cards. Here's the back. I love the back. The back is gorgeous. Like I said, I had my eye on this deck for months before I got the deck. And when I tell you, when it came and I held the deck and I felt it, I knew this was for me. Last but not least, Pagan Tarot. Now, I did a review on this deck. I have a little bit of issue with this deck, but I'm going to keep it in my collection because this may not be the season for me to use this deck. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it, appreciate it, for what it is. This deck is more of a mundane tarot deck. You know, there's only one girl in every single card, and basically it's her life living as a pagan in the real world, in the mundane world, and that's what it's based off of. I was looking in the little white book, and some of the meanings of these cards are not the same meanings that is in the original Waite Smith or even in other tarot decks. But I read intuitively, so I'm not worried about it. I hope y'all can see it. They're so small. I love that they're small. I love the backing. The backing is pretty cool. And I love that they're little tiny petite cards. But that's the Pagan Tarot deck. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Like I said, it's not a lot of decks, but it's going to be. I'm planning on buying more decks as I want to build my tarot and oracle collection. So please stay tuned for that. Right now, I'm a tarot minimalist, but not for long. So stick with me and follow my journey of collecting tarot decks. Comment, rate, and subscribe. I hope you all enjoyed. Stay blessed, stay positive in the best way that you can and in the best way that you know how. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for watching this video. Stay blessed. Blessed be.